Given that the graph f of x passes through the point 4, 5, and that the slope of its tangent line at x comma f of x is 7x plus 5, what is f of 5? This might seem like a bit of a mystery, but let me help. So it says the slope of the tangent line. So that means the slope of the tangent line equals 7x plus 5. You know what that is? That's f prime of x, right? That's how we find the slope of the tangent line. We take the derivative. Okay, great. Slope of tangent line is the same as f prime of x. Got it. Okay, now what? Well, they want me to find f of x. So that's an antiderivative step, isn't it? Because I'm taking off a prime. This has got a prime. I'm taking it off. I'm taking the derivative, I'm doing the antiderivative. So what's the antiderivative? Remember how the antiderivative works? If you have x to the n, the anti is just the opposite of a derivative. It adds 1 to the power and then divides by that. So this has a 1 power. Add 1 to it. That's x squared and divide by. Plus, okay, now what about the 5? What's the antiderivative of the 5? It's going to be 5x, right? Because the derivative of 5x will go back to 5. Plus, but then there's always a constant. Let's call it c. Okay. So there's f of x. But then they tell us it passes through the point 4, 5. That means that's x, that's y. So that means if you take that function and you plug in, let's plug in 4, 5 here. It, because it says f of x passes through 4, 5. So that means you can plug in 4, 5, where this is x, this is y. So we're saying f of 4 is 7 halves times 4 squared plus 5 times 4 plus c, and it equals, or how about we do it this way? F of 4, remember, f function values are y values. That's a y value. What's the y value? 5. 5 equals 7 halves times 16 plus 20 plus the constant. I can solve for the constant. This is good. You can hit the buttons. It does. That's going to be 56 because 2 goes into 16 8 times. Sometimes it's 56 plus 20 plus the constant. What's that? 76 plus the constant. Subtract 76 from both sides. Boom. Constant equals minus 71. So we found the constant. It's minus 71. What does that do for us? So that tells us now that this function, f of x, which we've got right here, we now know what the constant is. So we can say, okay, so f of x, our function, do that a little better, equals what? 7 halves, and I'm going to make that 3.5, half of 7, $3.50, x squared, plus 5x plus the constant, and the constant is minus 71. So now we got the function, okay? And now we can say, what is f of 5? Now we can plug 5 in to that function. So that's going to be 3.5 times 5 squared plus 5 times 5 minus 71. So let's go hit the buttons on decimals. 3.5 times 5 squared. 3.5 times 5 squared. Here we go. Whoop. It's having a little problem. Here we go. 3.5 times 5 squared. 3.5, what is it? 3.5 plus 25 minus 71. Plus 25 minus 71. Minus 71. And what do we get? 41.5. And I believe that was the answer. Yes, indeed. All right, so how did we do it? What did we do again? They told us that the slope of the tangent line was 7x plus 5. That means f prime. That's the slope of the tangent line. Is 7x plus 5. Then we antiderivative to go back to regular f, taking off the prime. We just do the antiderivative, add 1 to the power, divide. So we get the anti. Then we have a constant we have to find. We plug in the 0.45, which means plug in 4 for x. And y, functionalize your y values, becomes 5. Plug in 4, it's equal to 5. Then we're able to solve for the constant, negative 71. Then we had the function, and then we could plug in 5 to the function. And so there we go.